You are not a repair project. This is really a foundation of my approach to inner work and emotional healing. This is an ebook. It's free. You can download it on the description of pretty much all of my videos. I think it's there. It kind of walks you through how I conceptualize and how I approach a lot of inner work regardless of the technique. So you've probably heard "you're not broken" or variations of that, which of course I believe, and I've even worked with people that teach with that phrase. But "you are not broken, you're whole and complete." It doesn't quite satisfy when there's obviously things that are not functioning in your life. It's not sufficient to just say, well, I'm just perfect as I am, when you're not feeling that way and not getting results you want in certain areas of your life. But at the same time, it can be very easy when you get into personal development stuff for it to turn into just this endless loop. Okay, I just have to find every single limiting belief, and then one day I'm supposed to reach this point where it's all cleared and I'm all healed, and then some abstract thing is supposed to happen. That can definitely get reinforced on a lot of spiritual paths as well. So the way I think of this is there are things to be worked with, but even those places that feel really bad, those worst feeling emotions, those places where you feel the most stuck, are all coming from a place of protection. Things are trying to protect and support you based on past experiences. So you are not a broken car. You are a car that has a very sophisticated computer system. Like I use this analogy in the book, right? If this car had an invisible safety mechanism that keeps you from going 40 miles per hour, you might very naturally assume, okay, the car is broken. Why won't it go faster? Something is wrong. I know it's capable, right? You might sense that you're capable of doing more, but what's wrong here? And so we're getting our hammer out, we're getting our wrench, we're trying to fix the engine, trying to figure out what's broken. And maybe we're getting some results in the inner world when we do that. But with the car, you can picture how, okay, I'm trying to find the thing that's broken. I can't find it. But it's not that there is a broken engine. It's a very, very sophisticated computer, right? It's like, what is the programming language of this computer, and how do we begin to talk to it? How do we start working with the feelings, those layers of protection and defense, if we're coming at them with inner work tools, even nice sounding tools like, oh, I'm going to use love and acceptance to try to change this and make it work? It's not quite the right approach, because the spirit is something's broken, I'm trying to fix it, instead of what's actually happening and how do I work with it. So curiosity is a huge component of how I approach inner work. What is actually happening inside of me, and how do I begin to explore it and actually communicate with it? So my central theme, besides that you're not a repair project, is that all sorts of thoughts, feelings, emotions come up in our lives, sensations in the body. We don't necessarily have control over them. I don't seem to even have control over what my next thought is going to be. Maybe if you train enough as a monk and get control of your mind, but even then, even the best, deepest monks will say thoughts appear. So what do we have some seeming layer of control of? Well, to me, it's our relationship to those thoughts, feelings, and emotions. So an emotion comes up, sadness. There it is. Now, how do I relate to it, though? Do I think of myself as a repair project and go try to fix the problem, find the limiting belief, which can be fine. I mean, that's better than some other approaches, right? Is my way of relating to that emotion, I'm going to try to transcend it and meditate it and just not look at it. Again, that could be better than some other things. Do I wallow in it? Do I get engaged in it? Do I have any conscious agency over this at all? So I look at the inner world as an inner relationship rather than a project to be fixed. So notice if you find yourself doing that in your own inner work, like it feels like I'm trying to fix what's wrong with me versus I'm using these tools to have a communication with all these different amazing emotions, thoughts, feelings, these different parts of me, right? These different aspects that didn't get what they needed as a kid, or who feel aggressive, what we would call aggressive, and that has energy in the body that it just needs to get out, that it never got out. And we're sitting here trying to fix it and trying to get rid of it and trying to transcend it. Right? So that's my kind of premise, right? You're not a repair project. You are a sophisticated mechanism, however, that can be worked with. So while you might say you're whole and perfect and complete, there are things in there that you can become more conscious of, you can bring into conscious, you can begin speaking the language of this body, mind, and nervous system, and really gently and in a conversational way, in a curious way, in a way that looks at these dynamics inside you as a relationship rather than a repair project, then you're really going to get into some good stuff. So like I said, I outline it in the book that was on the screen. You can check the link in the description. I look forward to sharing more. If you have any questions, comments, feel free to email me. There's links on the site. Everything is in the book, or just leave it as a comment below. Thanks, and remember, you are not a repair project. Talk to you soon.